Well, hello there. Yes, it's that time again. Time for our weekly tarot reading here on this kind of cloudy, halfway rainy day of August the 28th of 2017. And what we're going to do, of course, is go over some tarot cards together. We'll talk about a little of astrology, see what's going on this week. There are some interesting things that we're going to talk about, as well as things that may be impacting us from last week. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've drawn 3 major arcana cards from the Tarot de Marseille. I love working with this deck. I'm not getting tired of it. I'm not truly tired of my Thoth Tarot either, but I went ahead and retired it from the blog. I still will use it with clients, but I just find this very interesting. It's very clean. It's very much straightforward, and I just simply enjoy working with it. So the cards that you're going to see coming up on the screen here in a moment are the Sun, Hanged Man, and Priestess. Now I find this very interesting and almost very literal, because last week we had a near total solar eclipse of the Sun here in South Florida. Now eclipses are very powerful. And I've had a fair amount of people on my Facebook groups that were saying this was very powerful. They found that some of them very disruptive. Some people found it cleansing. But it definitely had a powerful energetic effect on folks that are sensitive. And that is reflected here in the cards, because we have the Sun. And on the other side we have the Priestess, which can be seen as the Moon. And that is, in the modern tarot, her astrological attribute is to Luna. And then smack dab in the middle, we got the Hanged Man. So we got the Moon and the Sun sandwiching together, which is an eclipse. The Moon is blocking the Sun. And consequently, things go topsy-turvy, as they do in the Hanged Man, and literally seeing the world from a different perspective. So that's what we have going on as a result of this eclipse. And of course, we are still in Mercury retrograde. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. Well, no, we don't have to do a separate section for astrology. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead. Now, let's go ahead and look at some minor arcana cards. Yeah, that's right. I like to pull some minor arcana. So, in a moment here, we're going to have some minor arcana coming up on the screen. Okay, so we got 2 minor arcana cards. These are cards that can tell us more practical action, how to handle what's going on. We get Queen of Swords. We get Ace of Swords. Notice the Queen is defending herself. She's holding her hand up as if she's like monitoring her gut. Her sword is defending her. So it's like she's filtering her feelings through her mind. She's maintaining her mental focus, and she's also maintaining a gut connection. But the sword also protects. Okay, so she's filtering these energies that can be so powerful and at times difficult to deal with. But the bottom line is we have to assert ourselves, like with the Ace of Swords, just raising up our sword and saying, yes, I matter, I count, I need to do what I have to do, and I have to cut away from any BS that is holding me back in my life and keeping me from becoming all that I can be. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the astrology. We had the solar eclipse, and right now we're in the secondary phase of the moon. It is still waxing, growing larger. Okay, this is still a good time to do stuff for manifestation. Now, the one good attribute, or I should say occurrence that I saw this week, aspect that I saw this week coming up, is this coming Thursday, we're going to have at 10:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in a trine aspect with Jupiter. Now this is very good. This is very nice for working with abundance spells. You're trying to bring in more money, do a manifestation spell. This is a good aspect to work with. So anytime like Thursday night, especially if you can do it right at 10:06 where the aspect perfects, whether it's a candle spell, an incantation, visualization, that's going to make it extra powerful, because Jupiter does rule money, employment, speculation, Anything you're taking a risk on is going to tend to bless it. So this would be a great time to do a magical working centering around one of those areas. And then next week, we are going to have Mercury retrograde coming to an end. It will end on the 5th of September. Hard to believe it. We're almost into September already. So after Labor Day, which comes next Monday, okay, and it's past the span of this blog, then we're going to have some changes in the astrological atmosphere. Well, I thank you so much for watching my blog. I do appreciate it. Appreciate your support. I enjoy doing it, and it will continue. Until I see you next week, many, many blessings.